We live, okay? Ba-doom. That's the intro music. Ba-doom.
Okay. Boy. That's
copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
You finna hit 45.
I know. Like, oh man, you would have Mike on our head.
Yes.
On our ass. We ain't gonna do that. Yeah, what up, people? This is your boy, comedian Alfred Kainga, and welcome to the A to Z podcast.
And Ira Coles. That was a horrible intro.
Damn, I mean, you're supposed to be like...
That's a horrible intro.
He said he ain't even back.
Okay, drip. Let's do it again. What up, people? This is your boy, comedian Alfred Kainga. Welcome to the very first episode.
Did it again.
What?
You don't... Your name, and then you go in, and then you just leave your co-host.
Oh, my bad. All right. I like that soundtrack. We're going to have to work on that. All right. What up, people? This is your boy, comedian Alfred Kainga, and my co-host, Ira Coles. So you got to say it yourself?
You had to go ahead and make sure you were going to say it.
I had to make sure he was going to say it, right?
All right. What up, people? This is your boy, comedian Alfred Kainga, and welcome to our podcast, the A to Z podcast, and this is my co-host, Ira Coles. I like to call him DJ Major League. Well, I don't call you that. That's what you call yourself.
Yeah, you know, it works.
Okay, so reintroduce yourself, bro.
No, that's good. Let's
work?
introduce the guest because we are taking up his time.
He's all right. He ain't got nowhere to go. This is a beautiful thing, okay?
Oh, my God.
Let me tell you something about this brother right here. Our first guest. I met this dude 10 years ago. Let me tell you the story, backstory, right? Yeah. I'd been doing comedy in the city of Dallas for about, this is back in 2005 when I started. And I was doing what we call white rooms, And I really got frustrated for about 3 years because I wasn't getting booked. Nothing was happening. So I quit. 2008, I walked away from the comedy game. And I went back to Walmart, because I believe that's where my calling was, And while I was over there, man, shit was not working right.
Man.
I went back to my comedy career. And when I went back, I met a couple of cats in the game.
So wait, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Your Walmart career was failing, so you had to fall back on comedy.
Miserably. Yeah. Miserably. I was tired of cutting up them boxes
the setup,
at night,
Yeah.
And so I met a couple of cats that said, listen, Alfred, if you want to break it into the game, you're going to have to go to these urban rooms. You got to make this black people laugh. I'm like, bet, sign me up. Where we going? So there's this one little hood spot that was in Arlington, Texas, right? And I think it was called the Cotton Gin or something like that. It's like from the 1930s black Renaissance movie, right?
Yo.
And they told me this dude is going to be the host. You just hit him up and he'll let you get on stage. So I sure enough hit him up on the internet or Facebook, I think. Yeah. And he's like, come on through, I'll give you 5 minutes. I was offended because I said 5. I got more than 5, But I went anyway. And that night he was hosting, and I seen it was packed. Black people. I said, oh shit, I have never done a room like this. I'm used to doing white rooms, Right. I'd be the only brother in there. So it's nothing but black people, hood spot. Everybody's smoking there, hookah and all that good stuff. He gets on stage, introduces the first.
Was it back then?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Black and Miles.
Yeah.
There was definitely a bunch of Black and Miles back then, right?
Yeah.
So he introduces the first comedian. First comedian gets off stage. He gets back up there and he roasts the shit out of this dude. And I'm like, what is this, man? This is not right. And there's a famous musician in the audience too. Avant was in there that night. So I'm just coming from my sales job at that point, right? I'm wearing my outfit like I used to look like I sell insurance. So I get up on that stage. He gave me, he said, yeah, man, good to have you out here. My name is yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying his name right now. And so he walk up on stage. I do my thing. Everybody's laughing. I didn't bomb. I killed it. Everybody was having a good time. This nigga gets back on stage and roast the shit out of me. I'm talking about my soul was hurt. You hear me? He started roasting me from the moment he touched the mic. Ain't gave me enough time to go sit in my chair, bro. I am walking back and I'm being roasted from my shoes to my hair. I had a funky looking afro.
That afro was so fucked, but this nigga's shoes was matching the goddamn floor, dog. Yeah. Like, nigga, where the fuck did you find the shoes? Like, that nigga came in this motherfucker, like, he bought some sample shoes and, like,
Bring him
you know
in,
what?
man. Bring him
I'm going to go. My bad, nigga.
It's okay.
We going in that shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you, this man's got many names. And we're going to talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Entertainment.
Yes, sir.
The Dallas King of Comedy.
Yes, sir.
D.Ellis.
What's up, fellas? What's
in
up,
the
man?
house.
What's going on, man?
Honored to be here, man. Yeah, man, we just got set up 2 days ago, but we good. Nigga, I feel like I'm on a Barbara Walters special in this bitch, dog. If he'd have put out one more goddamn chord, dog, that nigga done plugged so much shit behind me. He told me to get up. Let me plug this shit up. Hey, dog, unmute the mic, mute the mic. Hey, Albert, you put on the headphones. He got these goddamn TikTok flash water lights in this motherfucker.
We just got them from Dollar General.
Man, you know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers got the goddamn.
Got to be from Dollar General.
He got the breakdancing lights and shit, man. He got the LBGTQ lights that just sit down like this. Nigga, who likes sit down like this? You know what I mean?
This is the kind of show it's gonna be.
This is where the money resides. Where the money resides, like, you know what I mean?
Oh man,
man, thank you for having me. But he was
I
right,
appreciate
dog.
it, man.
I lit his
Let's
ass up.
get back to his shoes, though. Get back to his shoes.
No, them shoes, dog. Like, he came to the building when they opened and said, "Nigga, I gotta get the shoes to match the floor." I hadn't seen no shit like that, so I'm very observant.
Very.
So when I seen this shit, and then this nigga he let white people cut his hair. 'Cause that nigga hair was fucked. No, when I tell you that nigga haircut, dog, like, he was on punishment. Like, for some shit, his mama said, you know what? I'm gonna let this other dude cut your hair for the first time.
Yeah.
And he came out, dog. His whole outfit said, he was about to start, what do they call that shit? A pyramid scheme. His goddamn outfit looked like he about to start a goddamn pyramid scheme, dog. Like, yeah.
Listen, man.
Dog, it was.
I was matching, bro. Hey, listen.
You were matching the fucking floor.
The shoes was tight. Okay,
they were tight, no motherfucker.
Brown shoes, brown slacks, a brown sweater. This dude said every time I moved, my stomach was moving along with me.
Dog, I am not lying, dog. Hey, bro. That nigga, the way he had his haircut, like his hairline is normal now. That nigga had his haircut, that nigga shit look like this, nigga. That nigga hairline look like, I said, nigga, if you don't quit cutting your goddamn hair yourself. I love him though, man.
But guess what happened though?
He came back.
He roasted me so hard and came off stage and they said, bro, you are real funny. I'm gonna see you next week. In my heart, I'm like, man, fuck you. Okay. Yeah. But I was right there next week.
He had got him a haircut.
Changed
his clothes.
Changed the clothes.
He did. I was like, goddamn right. So he listened. And a lot of motherfuckers would quit. But he listened. I'm like, nigga, you cannot come up in this motherfucker like you got a white van.
You have actually been responsible.
You ready to start a pyramid scheme.
This man has been responsible for a lot of up and coming comedians quitting their career. Did you know that?
No,
they have left. Yeah, I'm just letting. He probably don't even know it, but I'm letting him know right now.
I have.
So you low key got bounties on your head.
Now, you know, but if it's not, I was initiating to the game like that. So shout out to Nanette, shout out to a few other cats, and I was initiating the game like that. So I test you to see if you really want to fuck with the game.
There you go.
Yeah. And one cat, we did the camp one year, the Black Urban Camp. He came up to me, man. He said, "Man, you the reason I quit comedy." I was like, "My nigga, you didn't really want to do it."
No.
But I talked about this nigga so motherfucking bad, dog. When he got off, nigga, you know, I had a feeling he was gonna quit because nigga, there was nowhere to go but down.
So now let me ask you something.
Nowhere
I ain't never heard that. Not nowhere to go but down. Like,
he got one of my favorite lines he told one comedian. He asked him as soon as he got off the stage. He said, "Nigga, when did you start comedy?" This man said 93. He said you should have quit in 94.
Hey, dog. The nigga name is No Shirt Comedian. Say that nigga would wear vests like he was KC nigga.
With
that
no
nigga,
shirt.
That nigga had invited a bunch of people out, nigga.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't believe you. Yes, nigga.
Yeah.
You were not motherfucking funny, nigga.
Oh man.
No. That nigga kept asking me when you going up. Not again.
Wait, what year was this? Because if he started in '93.
Man, so it was probably about the same time Alfred started coming through.
Yeah, but
so he came to that motherfucker, man. We were
So he been in the game like 15 years
Oh,
or
yeah.
something, and just trash.
That nigga was Western Waste, nigga, at his finest. You know what I mean? We were funny than that nigga in his sleep. Now I told him to his face. I'm like, you know, you gotta, if you've been in the game that long, bro, you gotta progress. You gotta show motherfuckers. I need to be. I always wanted to be great, or
Right.
Yeah.
in pursuit of greatness, I should say. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be funny than the last show I did. You know what I mean? And Alfred, actually, I told him just on this freestyle game, because he was just funny naturally. I said, man, when you get that part of your game up, when you can just start just popping motherfuckers off or just talking about shit into your set, I said it's gonna be crazy. And he started working on that shit.
I'll give you credit for that. My improv work, because I was that comedian who wrote everything down before I got on stage.
Yeah.
And I stuck to that script.
Yeah.
Like whatever I've written down, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Even if a glass fell, even if somebody did something crazy in the audience, I would not talk about that.
Yeah.
I would stick to my script. But he told me, he said, get that improv down pat.
Yeah. So how did you deal with hecklers then?
I never had hecklers.
Okay.
But, you know, as I progressed in the game, I started improving my improv game. I learned that from this guy.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I loved it. I loved it.
Absolutely.
And every time I see him, I'm like, yeah, I see you. You know what I mean? And there's never been a hating bone in my body, man. This man has traveled the country. But that you don't try to, give advice to folks and don't want to see them progress. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Weird.
Because what's for you is for you. He don't want to travel with Capone, and I knew Capone before him, but I would be like, hey man, I'm so happy for you.
Right.
Because he was the right fit for him. Right. Everybody may not be the right fit for somebody. And then you're like, oh nigga, why that ain't me? That's never been me. What God got for you, bro, ain't shit you can do to stop it.
But I gotta give the people your resume, man. You have done so much in the game.
Run it down.
So much. This man has hosted for big stars like Aretha Franklin.
No, Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. And
Wilson.
Avant. These jazz festivals that you do all over the world.
Yeah.
You've just recently worked with Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Collier. Yeah. Brother has done it, man. And now you guys got your own tour called the Rat Packs.
Yeah, it's my tour. I actually started about 10 years ago. It's called the Rat Packs of Comedy. So it's Rat with 2 T's, Packs with an S. It's me, comedian Q. Shout out to him and Spin. They just got married. Gross man out of Houston. He the only cat that doesn't live here in Dallas. And Shed, my frat brother, Kappa Alpha Psi. I'm actually doing a female version of us, man, which is crazy.
Nice.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how y'all came together.
Man, I told Q years ago. I said I'm doing this tour called the Rat Packs of Comedy. He was the first guy. Mm-hmm. I said once I get it started, we gonna push forward. So it was just 1 year, bro. Actually, let me go back a little bit. I presented to Live Nation twice. Live Nation turned me down twice.
Okay.
The guy that actually started Live Nation, they didn't believe in it. There was another guy in San Antonio. So I said, fuck it. I'm step out on faith. So I said, I can do this. And we gonna make it happen. So I ran into Gross 1 year. We was doing a New Year's Eve party. And it's like God was speaking to me. I said, you know what? I said, I'm doing this Rat Packs tour, man. Yeah. I said, I want you to be a part of it. He said, hey, man, let's do it. And I ran in the Shed like 1 year before, to a couple years before everything started. He came up to me just like you did. He's like, hey, man, I'm from Minnesota. I'm new here. I say, hey, man, come and do this show with me. We're doing a benefit show to raise money and shoes for kids. He came through. He killed it. I say, man, let's do this. So I didn't know he had worked with Prince. And so, everybody's resume is tight, man. Nice. But everybody can stand on their own. You know what I mean? So just coming collectively together and, having the guys wear suits and just doing something totally different. Like, it's 2 shows in one. We score on each other at the end. You got to have some tough skin.
Right.
You can't be that just shallow motherfucker and come on stage with us and we gonna tell you. And I'll wear the wildest suits for motherfuckers to get on me.
Yeah.
But I'll be firing back at your ass. Because Rose was like, if you score on D, he gonna have about 4 or 5 scores in the back of his head.
Yeah.
I've never seen you in the same suit, actually. And I was.
How many suits do you own?
I told Alfred before I was like, do we need to go to K&G and get right for this interview? Because I didn't want to be.
You crazy?
I
was coming.
I ain't bullshit. I was like, I don't want to look inappropriate.
Nah,
I'm surprised
looking
you
all
came
dressed
out
down. D gonna be
in your pajamas
head
today.
to toe, man.
Yeah, I wanted to come relax, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my jackets. I got my guys on the back of it too, man. So it's really been a blessing, man. You know what I mean? And
so do you feel like when you're on stage, the way you dress is a presentation of your whole set?
Yes, and to be honest with you, when I started over 20 years ago, I was the FUBU. That's to let you know how long ago it's been. I was FUBU. I was hat backwards. I was jeans. And then when I got with Shelly Garrett, got arrested, so I bought my first 2 suits.
Nice.
So it was a black one and a gray one. I wore the shit out of them. You know what I mean? But when I came out, we was bringing it back to Dallas. I said, man, I got to get some suits or something, man. I said, when I came out, the feel was different.
Yeah.
They gravitated to you.
Yeah.
Like, this is the way black men are supposed to dress. I wasn't sagging. I wasn't doing nothing. And that was just some shit I put up on myself to say, I want to change my image and come out and just really represent, you know what I mean, how it's supposed to be. And you know, and you know, when the Kings did it years ago, man, and then folks compare us to them. Mm-hmm. I don't say it myself. I let folks, you know, like, hey man, you know, it hadn't been a tour like this in a while. And that's what, you know, so if you're gonna be compared to somebody, when I was with Sid the other night, he said, make sure you get plenty of footage.
There you go.
I've been doing that. So I'm gonna start really vamping out and putting out some dope ass footage of all us, man. Like I said, each individual is cold. Yeah. You know, Rose been doing it 20 years, Q been doing it 15, 20, Shed been doing it 20. So everybody's humble. You know what I'm saying? Plus they're a reflection of who I am. So I don't deal with asshole shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't give a fuck who I've been with. I enjoy the game. You know what I mean? I always enjoy it. I don't give a fuck how much somebody paying me or who in the audience. You never know who's sitting there.
Right.
So the first show we just did at Vanetti's like in May. In May, we just did one in we did one in May. Joe Torre was supposed to headline.
Okay.
Celebrity was supposed to host. Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to feature.
Yeah.
They switched it around. Joe wound up hosting. Celebrity wound up featuring. Let me close the show out.
Probably the smartest thing.
And and some people like that they didn't do that. We think the show would have been fucked up. So that's why I wound up starting to host the rest of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Let me close the show out, man. And then, you know, now I'm doing radio as well on 94.5.
Congratulations on that, man.
Yeah. We're going to dig into that.
Shout out to my man, Smooth. And they let me do what I want to do. I told Alfred before we got started 2 days ago that
this man keeps
that
rubbing it in that we started late 2 days ago.
I love it. It wouldn't be a black show if it didn't. So I was like, man, I got to get
real black.
I got to get my comedic friends on here, man, because they let me do what I want to do.
That's what's up.
And then there's not really been no show here to showcase your cats what they doing and say, hey man, y'all can call in. Hey, call in and say something. You know what I mean? And then tell cats what they doing. I want motherfuckers to know it's some funny ass niggas here.
Yeah, and the show sounds fresh and authentic. You know.
Yeah, thank you.
When I was talking to Alfred, and I was like, yeah, you know, D killing it on the radio right now. Thank you. And like when I listen to it, it just sounds very, very natural. Like I could tell when sometimes it's a new show.
Yes.
And it's like
trying hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's even another situation that
we
won't
not
gonna get
about.
into it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, it don't sound authentic. You know? But just listening to it, I'm like,
we laugh.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, D. And you know, this is gonna be documented. I guarantee you, this time next year, you're gonna be on a weekly show, like throughout the week, on
daily.
If from what I'm hearing, I would even think even a morning show. Seriously, like it's. It just
Are
it's
you,
so natural.
are you ready for that?
What's funny is
It's so natural, man. It just sounds so good. I'm like, this sounds like y'all been doing this show
for years.
For years.
And see, and the thing is, what a lot of folks don't know, like I'm finna release a lot of this footage that a lot of folks hadn't seen. Cause I was preparing myself for moments like this. Cause I was doing a morning show, a D.Ellis morning show. Man, I would actually sit there and do 3 shows a day, 2 hours each show.
Wow.
So an hour or a couple of hours ain't shit. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's preparing you. You're like, man, why am I working this hard? Why am I doing this? You know, never forget before she was my wife, I would do shows, like a couple of shows, just stand up. They weren't hardly paying me shit. She's like, man, why are you working so hard?
Right.
I said, so when I hit that big stage,
You
shit
ready.
is second nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now, then I've been, you know, when you got a relationship with somebody and it's not forced, it makes a world of a difference. You know what I mean? So I knew I wasn't gonna do no corny shit. I was
Right.
after that too. Before we got started, I said, Skip is my boy, but I was like, hey nigga, I'm not finna put me in no box.
Right.
So that shit is not finna fucking happen because radio never made me like that. I built my name outside of radio.
Right.
I'm into this shit. So shout out to my girl Tammy as well, man. She's amazing. She let me in smooth. Then we mixed for 2 hours. We're not playing the same old shit.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, you got so many options on radio now. What's gonna make you listen to us?
Exactly.
And we got more women callers
Yeah.
than anything. And when I walked through the club the other night, like, hey man, D, I'm hearing you. Man, y'all motherfuckers crazy.
Yeah.
So niggas that ain't, you may not call in to say nothing, but motherfuckers is listening.
They listen.
Yeah.
And I knew our ratings and shit went up. And they
I mean,
started
y'all
doing
playing
it.
good music, and
Yeah.
then the entertainment value of it. It's all, like I said, it's a 360 show.
Yes, sir.
Everything I listen to it like, oh, okay,
Dope.
they
It
got
ain't-
something
you know,
going
it's
right
hard to
here.
hold our attention.
Yeah, it definitely is, and I'm like, okay, they got something here.
Yeah.
They got something.
So let me ask you something, D. It might be a little bit of a controversial question, but I don't think so. You're originally from Texarkana,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
And how long have you been in Dallas?
I've been in Dallas. My oldest son's finna be 26, so probably about 25, 26.
25, 26 years. So you carry the title, the Dallas King of Comedy.
Yes, sir.
But you're not born in Dallas.
Nah.
How did that come about? Because let me tell you this. I'm originally from Africa.
Yeah.
And can you believe it? Who would have
It's
ever
some
guessed?
bullshit. It's some bullshit in the water. It's some bullshit in the water.
I've been hiding it all along.
Man,
That is
you can't even
crazy.
You
tell, man.
thought I was from Oak Cliff.
Yeah,
the
I
whole
did.
time,
The
right?
whole time. Oak Cliff, Africa.
But coming out here as an outsider,
Yeah.
and I started my comedy career right here in the city.
Yeah.
I caught a lot of flack from people, when my career started, doing some things in the game,
know.
And we've talked about this before.
Man.
So I know a lot of people have said some crazy stuff about your title, the Dallas King of Comedy. The nigga ain't from Dallas. Why he calling himself
Well, I had
this?
a
How do you
couple
feel
of
about
niggas-
that?
I had a couple of niggas on I had did a post one day, and I forgot what comedian. Well, he stopped doing comedy, but he tried to be more so funny on
So
social media.
you just a career in
yeah,
it,
yeah.
ending
I'm like,
careers like that.
Yeah,
left and
so
right.
I'm like, hey man, how you call yourself Dallas King? You're not from Dallas. I say ain't nobody else claiming it.
Right.
I said, you know what I'm saying? I said, who else really doing? And I'm far from an arrogant nigga.
Right.
So who else doing the shit that I'm doing, and they could put they stamp on shit like that? Celebrity called me
Yeah.
to ask if he could call himself the Dallas Prince of Comedy. That's how much respect we have for each other. So he was like, hey man, you mind if I? And he had to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because most niggas ain't gonna do that. They're gonna just take it upon themselves. And
Right.
so I always have the ultimate respect for him. You know what I'm saying? We done many shows together, and and I actually, before I start calling myself that, I asked my wife. Before she was my wife, I said, babe, what you think about? She always gonna be honest with me. I said, what you think about this? She said, we'll roll with it. She said, you've been in the game long enough. You know what I mean? I'm like, there's nobody that's saying that.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? And so now you can Google Dallas King of Comedy. All my shit'll pop up.
But not only
Hashtag.
that, but your whole comedy career though has been in Dallas. So
Yeah,
to me,
exactly.
it's authentic.
And it's a belief thing too.
No, it doesn't matter where you're from, but my whole career
Right.
started here.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
I think that's authentic.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I don't even see where there's any question about it. Like
and what's crazy, man, is like my documentary is called From Texarkana Sun to Dallas King.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, man, my guy started editing, and he sent me the just a couple of minute version. Man, I actually cried. I actually booed like it wasn't even me, because he started flashing these pictures of Joel Osteen, just Kevin Hart. When I remember going to Atlanta and doing Laugh-A-Palooza.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even let a motherfucker on the main stage. You had to really audition on these side ass stages. Like, man, I can't wait to get on that stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I always continue to bust my ass like, nigga, I deserve to be on that bitch. You know what I mean? My first marriage, I used to work out at the Caribbean Grill.
Okay.
Every Wednesday.
that was my spot.
Yeah. I remember that.
They had some of the best catfish, my nigga. Every Wednesday I would work out, and then
$2 rum punches.
Exactly. My wife would be like,
you right.
Why you keep going up there? She's like, what if you don't make it?
Yeah.
What if you don't make it? That shit stayed in my motherfucking head. What if you don't make it?
You don't want that.
You don't need nobody like that on your squad.
No, you don't.
Yeah. And fast forward, we and her have a son together now. She was at work. She called me one day. Well, I'm getting tired of hearing your name on the radio. You know what I mean? And you thinking I'm making money, but it's just making the move.
Right.
Yeah.
To be on different shows. You had to make a lot of sacrifices in this shit.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
People don't understand the grind.
I was going to Baton Rouge for $200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was coming out with a notepad full of jokes because I was confident, but I wasn't doing the improv like I am now.
Right.
I was like, I gotta come out, I'm gonna read this joke, put this shit down. I'm gonna read this joke and put this shit down.
Now I gotta tell you this, man. You don't know this, but the first gig we did at Stop 6, you remember that in Fort Worth in the hood?
Oh my God.
That was my first $50 gig.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my first $50 gig.
Man.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
We go ways back.
Man, and you thought and you think at the time when a motherfucker actually started paying you money, you like, man, somebody would actually pay you money
me. Yeah.
to tell jokes.
So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and change I'm gonna announce it right here. I'm gonna be the African king of Dallas.
Might as well.
That's
You
gonna
the
be my
motherfucker
title.
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it.
Put it down, dog. You know what I'm saying? Put it down.
Watch people. Now that's enough. Now.
Yeah, hey, dog. And we've had conversations with motherfuckers that'll get jealous of your success instead of them working hard.
Right.
Yeah. It should be motivation.
Man, you would be absolutely amazed. That's why I move a certain way.
Yeah.
You can't. I would tell him you can't. You can't let motherfuckers fuck with you because you being blessed and they upset because they didn't continue to work hard and get where they was going. Like, hey, once you get that tunnel vision,
Right.
And more so word of mouth. And then I would tell these tellers, I say, man, stay humble.
Yeah.
Don't become no asshole.
Yeah.
No matter who the
Day
fuck
one.
you
You
with.
kept saying that.
I said, man, stay humble. That shit'll get you indoors where talent can't. Because you have a lot of bitter older comics now.
Right.
And feel like the game owe them something.
Right.
Especially with this IG age and all these social media comedians who some of them aren't necessarily there, but this is the new hustle.
It
like
is.
you gotta adapt. You can't look at it and be like, well,
But
I
here's
had to do this, I had to do that.
Here's
You
how I
understand
feel.
that,
Here's
but
how
you
I
gotta-
feel about that, and I don't know what you think about that, D. Yeah, you got these cats who are blowing up with the IG, but like for example, yourself, you guys are on tour right now, four of you guys selling out your shows, and you don't have this big IG following. But I think what's carrying you is what your sets, your talent, your resume, your body of
And I
work.
won't do corny videos.
Yeah.
Right.
If it doesn't feel right to me, I have a lot of motherfuckers approach me, man. You gotta do videos. I said, man,
You're not gonna put a wig on?
It's no. I'm not fucking with no wig. It's funny story about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear it because I got my
Oh, dog.
my thought process
I did
behind
it.
that.
I did this show called Suspicion Lies. It's a play called Suspicion Lies and Sweet Potato Pies. I played this character called Squirm. I also played Squirm's mama.
Okay.
I put on a wig. I didn't put no titties on, no makeup, no nothing. I put on some Jordans and had a blue skirt on. So this was right before the shit started becoming popular. You know, I think, of course, Madea and all that shit was out.
Yeah.
But right before that play was over, I told my wife, Misty, I said, you know what? I'm not going to do this no more. And something that came over me that said, you know, I knew it was God, like, you don't need to do this. Yeah. So, and I don't have no problem with telling somebody. I checked myself and knew I didn't have to dress up like that. Yeah. To be funny. They were trying to get me to wear makeup and all this shit here. And I already was uncomfortable. That was never my lane. Now, I wanted to do, it was a movie I was supposed to do. I was supposed to play like 6 characters. I was going to play a Mexican security guard, a Mexican guy that works in this pawn shop that had a Mexican accent and didn't speak no Spanish. A black dude that played security with no batteries in his wand. I was going to play the mother, but you never saw her. You just going to hear her from the voice. You just going to hear the mother's voice. Because I wasn't going to put on no dress. Yeah. Right. So I was going to play myself, and it was a couple other characters. So I was interested in doing shit like that. And I done went out to California and seen motherfuckers selling their soul. And I tell a couple motherfuckers, look here, dog. I don't do this fruity shit, this gay shit. Yeah. You ain't sticking no finger up my ass. Because, nigga, what you going to find out is that you can't fight. Yeah. And I respect gay motherfuckers, but you do what you do, but keep that shit over there. Right. You know what I mean? Because you already, and I look at shit now, man, you really trying to take masculinity away from real men. Yeah. Well, a lot of this shit that's taking place, I posted some shit about this alpha that graduated with, nigga had on high heels and had French tips on his shoes. I said, what kind of alpha 5 gay shit going on here or some shit like that? Motherfucker, that shit got reposted. This had like 300 shares. You know, women were saying shit, men were saying shit. But I'm like, and then one woman was like, man, that's why I can't find no damn shoes. And so, but when straight men come out and say shit, everybody want to come to cancel culture. You know what I mean? So, you know, and I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I work for myself. Right. So, but if you come up to, you don't approach me with no shit like that. I got gay cousins. Yeah. All that type of shit. I even had to call my gay cousin. Say, hey, man, you need to teach these new niggas how to be gay. Yeah. Because he not out there all flamboyant. Yeah. Right. I ain't never seen him kiss a dude in person. And then when we was coming up, a lot of these old execs are dying off. So you never saw this on TV. You never saw the commercial stuff. Once you grew up and got out your mama and daddy house, that was a whole different story. Right. You know what I'm saying? World. But see, now these kids, you know, we just not getting shit and we grown. Like, damn, my grandmama told me this. Well, I ain't gonna do this shit. Or I'm not gonna do this type of shit. So you putting this shit in these kids' mind and they don't know what the fuck they want to do. They doing this shit because it's popular. Yeah. Yep. You know what I mean? Yeah. They may grow up and not even want to be.
Yeah. Especially like really, really young, man. I think that's a problem. That's a problem. Like, allow them to be a child. Like, I mean, I don't want to get into all that because that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, but I think I sit here and talk about all kinds of
shit. I mean, there's a lot of that going on, and it's like, you talking about they babies, they 5 and 6 years old.
Exactly.
And all right, because they said, I want to be a girl. Now you want to put them in a dress and stuff? Nah. Like, this just kids, they don't have no...
Nigga, they got Dwayne.
They don't know what's going on.
Dwayne Wade, son, looking like Ricky Smiley in a dress.
Okay, hold up. Speaking of kids, D.Ellis, you seem to wish a child of yours a happy birthday every other week. How many kids do you have? Would you be candid enough to tell us?
Altogether, I have 9 kids.
9 kids.
So 3...
Just in this country?
Nigga, I know. 3, I'm married into with my wife, of course. Okay. She has 2 boys and 1 girl, man, which I absolutely adore. Love. So I have 6 on my own, 4 girls, 2 boys, and my youngest boy just turned 22. My youngest daughter is 4, about to be 5. She's gonna be the track star out of all of them.
You must drink a lot of sea moss.
Oh, I'm back on it. I'm back on it. My tube's tied now.
Big on the green tea and ginseng.
Man, hey dog, while you bullshitting, I was doing a toddy with that goddamn green tea. I've been drinking the shit out of that motherfucker. My wife been like, you need to go sit your ass down somewhere.
It's a beautiful thing, man. You know I always clown D about that.
Oh, everybody do, dog. It'd be funny, like, it's
Robin and Eddie Murphy.
Man. Oh man!
But you got a lot of energy, man. You one of the only cats that I know. You got a lot of energy when you're on stage. From the moment you get on to the moment you get off, you dancing. You older than me, D.
Yeah,
but you be dancing, bro.
That's where I come from, though. I come from routines. I come from, my aunts, uncles dancing. My mom and dad, they high energy. I just did a show in Texas County. They was right there on the front row, man. There's nothing more gratifying than seeing your parents. There, and I opened up my joke, and my mom was sitting there eating some chicken, and my dad was sitting there right beside her. They had never been married, but you see them, you think they the best of friends. Nice. You think they married when you see them.
Yeah.
So my mom was finishing up this chicken. I told my dad, I said, Mom, you gotta quit sucking on that chicken bone like that. I said, my daddy just rubbed the inside of his thigh. I just seen him just start flicking one of his nuts. Like, I'm about to go ahead and tear his ass up. And she'll tell you, she said, I ain't getting you no pussy in almost 47 years. But and then they saying this shit when I'm driving one day. So I get my personality from the both of them. They are crazy as shit.
Bruh. You are crazy.
Man, but I enjoy it. And I never stop loving what I'm doing, man. Because we're gonna need it now.
Yeah, we do.
Need it more so now, man, to make folks laugh. You never know what the fuck somebody going through.
At all.
And I kept that hunger. I keep that hunger, bro. You know what I mean? Bernie did that shit.
Yeah.
He didn't let shit go to his head. So I'm learning from the best. When I met Bernie before he passed, man.
That's right.
I was on the set. I was just starstruck. There's not many motherfuckers I get starstruck behind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want some more tape?
You didn't have to say that on the air now.
Hey, dog, this some real shit. That nigga fuck around and he put a light up under the microphone.
This is the realest podcast dog, you got out here. Okay?
He said, I gotta get this tape. It's gonna keep swinging. I'm like, if you don't get this goddamn Pornhub mic,
how you like the drapery though? I mean,
it's
backdrop is silk.
It's silky.
Come on now,
it's sexy.
Yeah.
What you say?
It's velvet like a motherfucker. Hey, dog, this type of shit you spill something on, this shit just run straight down. It don't stick on the shit.
It's got Scotch guard.
Yeah, you got these motherfuckers from Home Depot.
Have you ever had a bad show? When was it?
Yes.
Tell us about that one.
Probably when I could really say when I first got started. I didn't get booed.
Yeah.
But it was one of them shows like I was sweating. I was cold sweating, dog. Because this one Nanette was big too. Basically, on the radio, and she was a big girl.
Right.
So I had wrote a joke down that was like, well, actually 2 times. So that was my second time. So I get back to the first time in a minute. I came there, I was like, man, I said something about eating Nanette's coochie, and the joke didn't go over well. The delivery, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, boy, she's so big, so and so and so and so. I been ate that coochie off. It's just something corny.
Right.
But now, fast forward, I did a show with her like couple years ago. I said, boy, you see that goddamn camel toe that had down there, boy, them tight. And it was just the way you flip it.
Right. It's the energy, yeah.
Yeah. So I got booked when I used to actually work a 9 to 5. I would come on breaks and have everybody die laughing. Yeah. Just be outside. You know how it was when you was working at Walmart.
Right.
Yeah. You got motherfuckers out there cracking up. And then this lady said, my friend is throwing a party. Could you come do some stand-up? Nigga, I got home and tried to write jokes. I still got that pad to this day. Try to write some jokes, man. I got up there and try to do stand-up. I knew I bombed.
Yeah.
Nobody booed me. But my jokes weren't going over well. Man. So the lady, instead of saying, hey, you all right, you can go home, she said, I'll pay you an extra $50 if you stay and host. I'm like, you finna pay me some more money and I just didn't do shit?
Right.
Man, when she let me host, I started playing off the motherfuckers that was coming up there doing the shit.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things I was great at. You know what I'm saying? And then the audience turned right back around for me.
There you
know
go.
What I mean? And one of the hardest things to do is to make folks laugh the same way you do off stage, on stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Folks be like, oh, I can do what you're doing. I done had comedians be like, hey, dog, I said, start off hosting.
Yeah.
Start off hosting. Try to do
That's why I
stuff.
respect what y'all do so thoroughly, man. Because
you got to be mentally prepared, dog. Whatever audience, and I sit there and scope and see what's going on, man. And I done been on the cruises, the times on the cruises, and just you got to be observant of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, okay, this joke gonna work, but what if this joke don't work? You got to have it's just like a DJ. you got to have them jokes in the back of your head, or then the improv, or if
what's
something
the next
happens.
cut of play?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like we was doing. I was telling this joke about my wife. About this, us going to this. We was at a passion party. You know what I'm saying? They was selling dildos, all types of shit. I was right in the middle of the joke, and this dude popped the cork of champagne. I said, "Yeah, the dildo sounded just like that," and just caught it. It was like timing. You know what I mean? And just incorporating it. And then you got folks just dying laughing, like, you know, my wife talking to your white folks to get up and leave. I say, hey, we don't do. I said, we ain't no swingers. I said, well, baby, see how much money they got. You know what I mean? So she walking out with us. So it was just some funny shit that, off the cuff, man. You know what I mean? But my mama, actually, my dad would tell me he had to stop a couple of fights with my mom. She was laughing at folks. She was upside down on some monkey bars, pregnant with me, talking about people. And my dad started to chase her and the people, but he was coming to protect her, but she took off running with me. So my mom has always been crazy. Wow. So my nickname was Looney.
I'm still trying to process that she was hanging upside down on the monkey bars, pregnant with you.
Yeah. And I got my speed from my mom. I was a track star.
You was a track star, yeah.
Yeah. And so, man, I really had a blessed life, man. But now it's about my kids and my wife. And changing that generational. Because I grew up from shit.
Right.
I was that motherfucker on food stamps. Lights getting cut off. That shit keep you humble too. If you're an asshole after going through all that shit, you ain't gonna be shit no.
For sure.
Yeah. And not acting like the game owe you something. I love to talk to people. If you come up and if you want to talk to me or get some advice or something, man, because I had the great ones do me like that.
Right.
Steve. One of the things Steve said about me one day, and I never asked him for nothing. We was up there just talking, man. And one of the pieces of advice he gave me, he said, man, you gonna make it because you got the right attitude. I caught up with him at a TBN event, and he didn't see me, and then Boomerang that was with him. He said, hey, man, it's D.Ellis. He turned right around and came and talked to him. I said, man, I just want to thank you and tell you I appreciate it, for saying I was going to make it and stuff like that. Because Steve get a rap of him being an asshole.
Right. Yeah.
Right. But when you know the shit that he's been through, once he fuck with you.
Yeah, you're good.
He fuck with you. I was in L.A. I was like, hey, what's up, Uncle Steve? He walking in the back. I'm walking with him. And he'll fuck with you. I mean, and just motherfuckers handle shit different.
Yeah.
Everybody's motherfucking different, man. But this motherfucker, you hosting Family Feud. That's the type of money.
Busy.
That mailbox money, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you got your shows, man, listen, dog. That's all the shit I'm on. Like I have a sitcom. I know that's gonna get picked up. It's some funny shit. I ain't gonna talk about it, but it's some based on my life. It's some funny.
Nice.
Nobody did it.
I was just about to ask you, what's next for D.Ellis?
Yeah. I'm actually shooting a movie right now with Clifton Powell.
Oh, nice.
I just started shooting it. I forgot the name of the motherfucker, but they called me at the last minute, and they were like, "We ain't like the guy that's playing the character we want you to play."
Yeah. And
they called me, and I came in and nailed it. And one of the funniest part of the movie, the part I was playing, was I'm sitting there with my best friend. And his ex walk in, he ain't seen us since for about 10 years. Yeah. So she walk in, he was like, D. He say D, but he said my actual character. Like, man, you ain't, what she doing here? I was like, man, y'all got to get together, so and so and so and so. So when she come and try to talk to him, I walk off to the dance floor. So they did all these takes. And I would be like, hey, man, I got some lube and some booty beads in the car, and I slapped the table down. I would say all this. I would say different shit
all the time.
I would switch it up all the time. So that's gonna be more likely gonna be part of the bloopers. I'd be like,
they don't know what to keep.
Dog, them motherfuckers was dying. But
that's awesome.
I love a set that lets you be you.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want to hold back if it's a comedy, is a comic's genius.
Yeah, you gotta let it.
We see shit like you could never imagine. You know what I mean? Like when we coming up with a joke, like, oh my God, like this will definitely work. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's an art to this shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real, I appreciate you, man. I've I've been all over the country now, man. I've been so blessed in this game, and every big name comedian that I've had the pleasure to work with, they know this dude.
Yeah.
Every time they're like, "Hey, you from Dallas? You know D.Ellis?" That's the first name that pops up. Capone. I worked with Capone for 3 years on the road. Bill Bellamy, all of this cast, man. I'm like, D.Ellis, a nigga with them suits.
One of the funniest things, man. One of my dudes is Dave Lawson. We was doing Times on the Cruise one year. I got on the plane. Got on the boat, and this shit was the funniest shit to me. I got on that motherfucker, man. You know, usually when it's hot, everybody got on shorts, and Dave seen me like, "What's up, D.Ellis?" He said, "Say, nigga, what time your suit's flying in?" Man, I never forget that, dog.
Don't ever change who you are, man.
No, I won't, man. And you never know who's. I try to give motherfuckers they flowers while they're here too.
Exactly,
man. I mean, so very proud of you, dog. The moves you making. So it's certain motherfuckers you in the business you fuck with.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You did your birthday.
Yeah,
like, hey man, hey D, hey man, come through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was a great show, man.
Oh man, we had a ball.
Still got all the
See,
footage.
Alfred won't tell you he counting on me about that nigga sent me the money back. Hey, nigga.
Just the roast session y'all had at the end of that motherfucker.
That was dope.
That shit was crazy, bro.
That was really dope.
Yeah, and Alfred was cleaning that bitch too.
Yeah. So
I was running it down the line too. I was like, oh, this is a regular roast right now. This is the best part of the show.
Imagine if I had to pay all those guys. I couldn't have been able.
It was out of love, man.
It was really out of love, man.
He had a fake D.Ellis suit on that night.
Hey, dog, he said a fake
D.Ellis.
He said I ain't never heard
blazer
that
from his closet.
Hey, dog, he had told me that. He like, hey, dog,
the way that button
I
was
gotta get some shit, man. So eventually, I'm gonna have my own line of suits, hats, cigars. I got somebody working on some cigars for me.
Okay, that's all right.
Now the shit is branding, dog.
And
gotta keep that shit up.
We're gonna put your handles on social media, your social media pages. You gotta follow this man, D.Ellis, the King of Dallas comedy, man. Mr. Entertainment. He does it all. And I promise you, D, as long as I'm gonna be able to continue
we didn't
doing
even talk
comedy,
about the music.
He's got to come back.
We're going to jump into that next.
But I promise you, I got to take you to Africa, bro. And
I'm waiting. I've never been.
They would love you.
Never.
Me and you both. We gonna go. We all gonna go together.
The energy from them shows I see when you on stage, dog. Some other shit, which is crazy because I have my oldest daughter is by African woman.
Okay.
She's from Liberia.
All right.
Okay. So, and my daughter does makeup in Atlanta, man. So. Y'all treat motherfuckers different.
Yeah.
Like when y'all party,
they
just want you to show the fuck up.
That's it.
It was liquor, food,
everything.
They got shit laid out the whole nine. You know what I mean? So y'all motherfuckers party different, dog.
We do, man, and we just welcome everybody, you know?
Yeah. So the sold out shows you do over there, man, it warms my heart, man. It is so gratifying. And you see one of your own, dog, you be happy. It's motivation.
Yeah.
Saying, dog, this motherfucker doing it. And then motherfuckers thinking you coming back like you Eddie Murphy.
Right.
They coming to America like, no, nigga, I still gotta work.
I still gotta go to work.
Because nigga, this money going into my household, I got bills to pay.
There you go.
I'm not
Hollywood.
I'm not
man.
Dave Chappelle. I'm not making this 60 million.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So motherfuckers
not yet. Not yet.
And I feel like it's a new wave. I come up old school, so that's probably another reason I don't do videos like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm more hands on, and I don't knock the people that do videos, but nigga, they edit a lot of that shit to be funny.
Right.
I like to get on that motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
One take.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The shit gonna be funny. We got a little script, or
we be on stage for a whole hour.
Hey, some of them motherfuckers tried to follow me, and they not. If you ain't got your real stand up chops, so now you putting the carriage before the horse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So you hadn't been out here practicing your stand up, and you get in front of that audience. Motherfuckers done paid you $20,000 to come,
right?
And you only got 10 or 20 minutes, 10 or 15, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Excuse me.
That's 10 or 15 minutes. That's that barbecue.
Yeah. You got 10 or 15 minutes worth of jokes, and you like, but y'all paid this motherfucker.
Exactly. Yeah. The audience gonna let you know, man.
Dog, black folk.
The audience gonna let you know. They don't care.
Black folk.
how big your name is on Instagram. If you ain't
If
funny
they coming
on
to
stage,
see you, if they coming to see you, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, we're going to see his videos are funny.
Yeah.
You
better
get your
bring
ass
it.
on that stage, dog.
better
That
bring
bombing shit is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I watch the motherfuckers drop. I be like, man, listen, I can go back up here, and I got some more material.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Man.
And I hardly write. I'll write up. Sometimes I write a premises down, but some of my best shit is coming from life experiences or just being on stage.
Improv guy. You're a true improv
Man,
guy.
and it's hard for me to write. So, but now,
But that's why. So that's also why it's good to like say record, man.
Yeah.
Record your stuff because you might come with a gem and you don't want to forget that later.
Right.
Man, I got so much shit, bro. The motherfuckers come back and tell me, I'm like, man, you ain't did this joke in a while. Even when I do my specials, I never go back and watch them.
Right.
So, I don't want to repeat a lot of that stuff. Like the new shit, one of my new standards I'm gonna do is dedicated to is taking some of the stuff that Bernie said, but it's called, I'm gonna call it we some punk ass parents.
Okay.
So it's just talking about the new kids and being you motherfuckers being disrespectful. Like I grew up, you couldn't be disrespectful. You couldn't walk into a house
Right.
and not speak to a grown person.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nigga,
They
you
do
get your
that.
motherfucking head knocked off. Yes, sir. And I still say that shit to my mom and dad and to a lot of, and I have women say, you don't have to say that to me. I'm like, nah, it's just how I was raised. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's why I can't hang around these little young motherfuckers like that. You want to teach them, but you have so much of an influence. You try to have a lot of influence on the kids and stuff. Like me and my son hadn't talked in a while.
Right.
My oldest boy, but he's never disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I knock his fucking head off at the same time.
Right.
But and we got I got 3 beautiful grandkids by him. I talk to his girlfriend more, and he just in that space where he's not really talking to his mama, not really talking to me, and I'm like, dog, you got to get out of this, whatever the fuck you want to mind, because therapy is some real shit.
Yeah.
It
Depression is real out here too.
Dog, motherfuckers don't know
All
how
of that
much shit
mental
going on.
illness.
Dog.
I mean, we got to start paying more attention to that, especially
gotta
us
talk.
as black people, because
Exactly.
just by nature, we are dealing with so much shit, so much more shit than the average person.
So when
it's
I
just
leave
like,
and go
you
get in
gotta
my car,
understand that.
am I gonna get pulled over? Am I
Yeah.
gonna get pulled over by the wrong motherfucker? And I want to say this, that a lot of times I got, like my country joke, I actually got pulled over by a police officer and had to tell a joke to get out of a ticket.
Yeah.
I've got pulled over by policeman that's never really ever harassed me, and I thank God for that. I mean, I've been pulled over in dark ass, and we done start just having conversations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I couldn't be one of them people that just bashing the shit out of cops.
Right.
It's just some fucked up police officers out here. Like, the shit with George Floyd, I think that brought every black man to see that, dog. If you didn't shed a tear or Dan shed a tear, it was crazy. Like, if she didn't catch that on camera, he'd have got off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think for a change too at that time, even the white people saw that because remember everybody was in lockdown.
Yeah.
So everybody was at home.
Yeah.
So everybody got to see that, and for
That
a
shit
change,
took a worldwide.
Yeah,
It was worldwide, dog.
So
You know
even the
what
white
I'm saying?
folks like,
Over $20,
oh, this is what you really go through.
Man, and you sitting there with your hands in your pocket.
Yeah, man.
On that man's throat like that, dog. That shit is
Unreal.
unbelievable,
Insane.
dog. Yeah. So we go through a whole lot as black men, man. And you if you don't sit there and talk to somebody, that's why when cats like Alfred reach out to me, man, I try to be as open, and because it's hard for us to open up to people.
Yeah.
And then when you talk to me about something, I'm not gonna go and post it. I'm not gonna talk your business.
Right.
I'm not finna do none of that shit because I'm like, hey man, we all need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Brothers.
And
we gotta unite first.
if you got the wrong woman can say the shit to you and you'll shut down.
Yeah.
You'll shut down just like that.
that.
You're like, I can't even go tell her this shit.
Exactly.
She's gonna think I'm weak and so and so and so and so. So we gotta be strong even when we don't want to a lot of times. You know what I mean? Because you're looking at it as being the head of the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit requires a lot when you married. You know what I mean?
For real.
Now
real.
you just don't want me to be the head of the house. But I gotta be emotionally stable with you. I gotta provide this meat.
Yeah, lay down this pipe.
Man, you know what I mean? We gotta have conversations. We gotta do all kinds of shit.
Everything.
So you gotta be mentally ready. So that's why I love my wife. She's one of the coolest motherfucking people.
She is good people.
Inside and out, man.
Yeah.
And she is one of them rare motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Cause now a lot of times these motherfucking women get caught up in this social media shit.
Oh man.
Send $40 to my cash app.
Yeah, buddy. It's rough. You got to
Clean
keep
your
your
ass.
wife
And then you got some
Instagram.
cute chicks out here. The cat just stank like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I got some stories.
You just opened a whole nother can.
Dog,
We
for
gotta
real.
wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm keeping it a
too.
buck.
That's for another day.
No, I keep it a whole. I can keep it a whole buck. You want all this money, but you can't go wash your ass.
For real. What's your ass?
No, wash your ass, man.
It be the young ones.
No,
Yeah.
you know
Be
what I
like,
mean?
what's wrong with
I'm
you?
talking about this bitch pH
You're
balance
not-
is stone.
Yeah.
It's like, is it too many on your table? Like,
And them are the ones walking out here going to the airports with the bonnets on and the flip flops
No, we ain't
and
even get
the
started on that.
pajamas.
Hey, dog,
You
that
know,
shit
come on,
there-
we got to do better.
That irks my ass.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You know what I'm
we
saying?
got
It's
to
like,
do better, man.
You can't. And then and
you
shout out to
can't
Monique.
address it. That's crazy because when she did that, I was like,
She was so
she was
nice.
so sweet about it.
Yeah,
she was just
she was.
giving sincere
Auntie
advice,
advice.
and they came for
They
her
came
throat.
for her.
Now,
Yeah.
if she'd have cussed like you motherfuckers, bitches need to stop wearing so and so and so and so.
Right.
Someone probably still would have receded, but you know what, Auntie, right? You know the bitch need to quit wearing this, but she was so
Very.
eloquent with her words. And I've done a couple shows with Monique, man. She when I say she's like that,
Yeah.
she took me at the end of the show, put her arm around me, and just gave me some of the best. Put her arm under my arm and gave me some of the best advice.
Man.
So I know personally she came from a great
good place.
A
You
good
know what I
place,
mean?
yeah.
And it's like, man, you hate to see your people out like that, and then you wonder why, you know, we fighting in airports, we doing some of the most stupid shit, and a lot of you kids are raising themselves.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody. Then when you try to tell your kids something, then the parents try to get involved. Hey, you can't talk to my kid like that, motherfucker. You ain't raising them.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So now they don't know no better. And the only thing a kid is doing right now, like me and you, all of us can sit here and have a conversation. They doing this right here.
Yeah.
They doing this right here. And now your psyche is fucked up. Because you think you supposed to live the way other motherfuckers living. And some of these motherfuckers living fake as fuck.
Fake.
Yeah.
Fake. Social media is
I
one of the fake.
pay
that's
bills
all
all the
about
motherfucking
that.
time. You know, so and they'll have you thinking this is the way you supposed to live. You can't skip the process.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the process, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Unless you can do some illegal shit, you gotta go through the process
Exactly.
to get to where these motherfuckers is at. You know what I mean? Jay-Z didn't drop his first album until he was 26.
Right.
You know, and they had to start Rockefeller. So you know what I mean? Then we're not taught about financial wealth or go get an LLC.
Yeah, I was talking
Go
about
get-
that the other day. Like
get
our
an
financial literacy is illiteracy,
Yeah.
and it's never changed through the school. That's why I'm on my kids heavy about that. Like,
Man,
look, what you're not going to do is mess up your credit because that's everything. It's more important
I'm
than
building
money.
that shit. I'm building that
'Cause
shit
money,
back up now.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
money's not even real.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's,
We ain't been
credit.
on a gold standard since the '60s.
it's crazy. And then it's only so much you try to teach your kids as much as possible. Like I got to talk to one of my daughters and tell her, quit trying to live out here like everybody else. You got an apartment, you don't have kids. Save your motherfucking money.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to do what everybody else doing. And then if these niggas around you doing the same shit, you need to switch your team up.
Yeah.
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 You need to switch your whole motherfucking team up, dog. When I tell you, as of recent, I've been around motherfuckers that's in business for themselves and doing it.
Your net
And-
worth is determined by your network.
Dog,
I
hands
believe
down.
that.
And I you know, and I'm still friends with her, but we don't talk as much. And it's the lady that owns the San Francisco 49ers, Denise. And when they was losing, we talked more. When they started winning, we started talking less, which is fine. You know, she's a Libra too, but I would just ask. She's Italian, so I was like, "Yo, she worth $3.5 billion." I said, "I don't want your money. I want to know how you got to
There
that
you
money."
Yeah.
go. There you go.
Because I want to make my money my own self. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's generational type shit.
Yeah.
We need to switch up, but like the Italians stick together. Information is free.
Exactly.
Nigga, you can call me and say, man, you know so and so and so and so. Hey, bro, let me plug you. You know what I mean? It's a white boy that's finna help me get started in cannabis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's finna help me, and he's teaching me the ropes. You know what I mean? Where I'm finna have my license, the whole nine. I'm creating this money where I can leave for my grandkids. And
That's it.
And then, like, you know, you got to be more conscious, especially with this shit, with this COVID shit that took place. And say, man, I don't want to sit here and be worried about shit. Exactly. Like, I love going to the gas station, pump my gas, and got to sit there looking at my damn balance.
But exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of good credit, man, I just got my first Goodwill credit card approved.
You say Goodwill?
Goodwill, bro. I'm so excited, nigga.
Nigga, do you know I be checking my shit like a motherfucker. Nigga, if you got Goodwill, nigga, I got Salvation Army. I got the little symbol down the bottom of my shit, nigga.
Took him a minute to get it.
Nigga. Hey, dog, I'm like, yeah, nigga, I got that shit, nigga.
I thought he was legit with
that nigga going there get everything from garage sale.
Yeah, you know you're credit bad when you got to go to Goodwill and get used clothes on layaway.
Man, and my mother has never really had
like
credit.
Blue tags.
Yeah. Nigga, that nigga in that bitch buying his old shoes. Hey, you got that nigga got excited. You just get them wood shoes.
Oh,
the wood shoes. Ain't nobody bought them bitches.
Look, now that.
Oh, since the time I donated?
Since you time ago, ain't nobody bought them bitches.
Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. Yeah. That is how you do comedy. You see how he brought that shit full circle? Started with the wood shoes, brought it back to the wood shoes.
And we are done. And we are done. Thank you so much, bro, for coming.
Man. We got to do it again, man. We ain't having enough time to get through everything, man. There's so much more.
Yeah,
but
I would love to come out here, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. We'll bring it back, and all the lights. It won't take 2 days. We'll have everything
dog,
set up
had
immediately.
This shit. You got the nice ass cameras and shit, man. Hey, make sure y'all can log on to D.Ellisworld.com.
Yep.
The Rat Packs of Comedy. That's Rat with 2 T's, P with an Packs with an S.
We're gonna put it right there or right there somewhere. We're gonna put it on the screen. Yeah.
D.Ellis ENT. I'm trying to, I got LinkedIn, but I don't ever be on that shit. It's so much you can do from your phone. Now I'm trying to hire some other motherfuckers.
Yeah,
that's
do
real.
it and keep your website and shit. And
they got things now where you can put all the social media on one. And you just
thing,
send everything to everything.
I love it. I love it because I be doing all my hashtags and shit, man.
Yeah.
So, man. So I appreciate y'all having me, man. This shit's fun. It's just therapeutic.
Always
dope, man.
Yeah, man. So shit.
Just brothers talking.
That's it. That's what the Man Cave is about on Saturdays, bro.
Yeah.
On 94.5. We sit up there just having regular. That's why the shit sounds
it's so authentic, man.
Exactly, because it's like we're not sitting up there talking about bullshit.
If you local in Dallas, you got to listen to it, man.
Yeah. You got
what is it? Every Saturday
from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
10 to
me
2.
and DJ Smooth with the VE.
With the VE.
94.5.
94.5. Before you can log to the site and listen, man, we genuinely laugh so hard on that show, dog. Because folks call in with the weirdest shit. And I'm gonna let y'all
it
go.
is.
This one lady say, we were talking about some old weird fetishes or some shit. So she had a suspicion about this guy. She went and bought another phone, took it to his house, hid it up under some clothes, and called this shit about 3 a.m. and had Say My Name by Destiny's Child playing and shit to see if he was fucking around. Yeah, dog. Wow. Man, listen, dog. It motherfuckers confessing all kinds of shit, bro. Yeah. Real, man, I'm talking about it is, but we let people call and they able to be themselves.
I'm gonna listen.
You got to, man. I
gotta get you on there too, man. I gotta get you on there.
Most deaf.
Yeah, so thank y'all, bro. I appreciate y'all. Number love, man.
We appreciate you, man.
Yup.
That's it, y'all. A to Z podcast. We're gonna be back next week. Thank you, D.Ellis. Great interview, man. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna get a better intro music because this ain't working.
Outro. Bum 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 bum. Boom 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 boom. Oh yeah.
This nigga.